Hello, everyone, and welcome to my coloring corner. And of course, it is a bonus flip through of and a wonderful adventure through the Fairy Houses and Fairy Doors, Volume 3, illustrated by Dawn D Boyer. Of course, these are big kids coloring books, and I'm just one big kid, so I love them. I think they're just so wonderful. So let's take a look at this. It's 50 hand-drawn, 50 plus hand-drawn illustrations, as well as 20 bonus pages. So this one's going to be a thick one. Absolutely gorgeous front page here. And of course, in her normal style, she goes through and she gives you an introduction to her and her different books. And when she created them, what she was thinking as she was going through. She's also provided some wonderful little sample pages of different pictures that you can test your colors on, which are just absolutely adorable. And they're fantastic to color. If you've just got a few minutes or, an hour or half an hour, you can grab one of these little images and just go to town. Of course, she always has her coloring contests for her cover pages. So this was colored by, let's see, Vermeline. I've probably completely butchered that name, sorry. Joyce Barros in the Philippines. And the back cover here is Audrey Baudvin. So this one here is done by Audrey Baudvin out of France. So that's really cool. So she tells you all of that information here. She also tells all the other coloring book cover participants here, as well as, honorable mentions, everything else. Really, really cool. She gives you different ways to use the illustrations in the book and how to save your pages and that sort of thing. Of course, these are made with the back page blank, so you can use wet medium on this, or media on this. So if you want to use markers or paint or anything like that, of course, remember to put something in between your pages so that you don't get any bleed through or wet on to the next page. And here we have a wonderful little fairy door with this, looks like a fairy hunter scoping it out. Of course, we've got our fairy watching him and going, yeah, you can't find me. And I'm going to stop pointing out where all the fairies are unless they're very obvious, because there are little secret things hidden, and that is a part of the fun of these books, is to find all the little secret things. So here we have some baskets and a wonderful little basket house, and the fairy here is very, very prominent, so I will point that one out. Looks like it's up in an attic fairy. Ooh, we have a Halloween fairy. This one's got a gargoyle. I gotta stop pointing them out. Absolutely beautiful little door. Looks like it's in the wall of a house or in the wall of a garden wall or something. Wonderful little lantern. Maybe a British house. Oh, fairy door in the window seat. That's really cute. Absolutely wonderful. And of course, the wonderful Book of Fairies. And I do apologize, the train is going by, so it's probably a little loud for you. I'm really sorry. And then we've got this wonderful little hut with our squirrel, all different leaves and different tree people, and of course our wonderful fairy. And then we've got a little fairy door under the steps. Oh, this one's cute. I really like this one. Absolutely adorable little fairy house in a boot. And the roof is a glove. That's awesome. And then we've got a lovely fairy door here that mimics the front door of the house. And this one's really sweet. He's got the leaf as the roof. I love the different things that she started adding to the background, as well as all the different little fairies and little things that she's hidden throughout the pictures. And it makes it so much fun to search. Absolutely wonderful little fairy door there. Looks like it's in the garden wall or the front wall of the house. Could be. I don't know. It is wherever your imagination takes you to. And we've got this cute little tree. Looks like the fairy's possibly going to go in there, and the tree is a tree nymph, so it's trying to catch it. There's another sweet fairy door, the same as the front door. Oh, bunny butt! There's a bunny butt! Absolutely adorable little fairy house up on stilts, and the bunny butt going into the log there. And of course, our fairy catching dewdrops off of the flowers. And then we've got another fairy house that has some leaves for the roof. So much detail in these pictures. It's just, you know, different little things that you find throughout it. Another one of the things that she has hidden throughout the pictures are little hearts. So keep your eyes open for those as well. This one is another wonderful gourd fairy house with a fantastic little fairy swing. Ooh, the dragons. Looks like a Chinese or an Oriental fairy house right there. And of course, her door is the same as the front door. And we've got a fantastic Chinese dragon there. And then we've got the fairy house here with the nature things around it. Fantastic little frog. The fairy sitting by the pond. And we've got another Oriental one. And this is got the fairy door here. And of course the front door there. So the fairy door is under the steps. Looks like some cherry blossoms or apple blossoms, I think. Or could be dogwood too. You never know. I'd have to look it up. It kind of looks like a dogwood flower to me, but and this one is sideways. We've got the wonderful fairy door going into the garden gate. So this has all different little doors. It's got the fairy door, and then it's got another door here, and then it's got a gate here. All different things going into that garden. Maybe different parts of the garden. Oh, this one's wonderful. A flight of stairs. It looks like it's going up towards the attic, and the fairy has made a house under the steps. And another fairy house under the stairs. This one's got a little foxy type of animal there. Oh. And, ooh, the storage box fairy up in the attic with the spiders. Wonderful little door there. And of course the window mimics the window in the attic there. Oh, what a cute little fairy door. This one is very simple but serene. You know, it just gives you a feeling of peace. Another wonderful fairy door in the wall of the house, the front door, of course, very close to the fairy door. And of course, we have our wonderful fairy. This one's really kind of cool. It's got a set of stairs that go up to the balcony. She's up there in her window, well, above her window. I guess it goes all the way up to the rooftop. That's kind of cool. Wonderful fairy door. All sorts of foliage around it. Oh, here's another sideways one. And this one has the same little door as the big openings going into the garden. This one you gotta kind of look closely at just to see the details. There's a cupid. That's really cute. And of course we've got our bat dragon type thing up there. Oh, this is a pond one. I like pond ones. And she's got a pet bee that she's talking to and petting. A wonderful frog. It's a fairy tree or a fairy house on the edge of the pond, and it seems like it goes down into the lily pad, which is really cool. Then we've got this wonderful one that's up in the branches of the tree. And another attic type one where there's the little cobwebs, and of course our little fairy there. And her house is in a suitcase by the looks of it. Of course, another wonderful, wonderful tree. And if you look really close at a lot of these trees, most of them have these wonderful faces in them, which is really cool. It gives, to me, it gives tribute to the tree nymphs. So those are trees that are actually protecting the forest. Absolutely wonderful little one here with a water drop for a window. She's taking care of the plants. Looks like it goes into the garden shed. Oh, this one's cute. And she's got a little mouse there. Absolutely wonderful. This little fellow is really, really cute, and I know what they're called, but do you honestly think I could ever, ever spit the name out of my mouth? I can never, ever say the name of that creature. I know what it is, I know how to color it, and I know what it looks like, but I can never, ever say its name. I don't know why. There's a wonderful one in a little, it looks like a driftwood. It's all made of driftwood, which is wonderful. And of course, we've got the ocean behind it there. Oh, and this one is another Zen fairy house. And the little fairy house is in the statue. Took me a moment to find out where the fairy house was in this one. And of course, it's got a wonderful snail there and a wonderful Buddha type of figurine or person or fairy. And we've got this wonderful fairy door here, of course, mimics the front door. And I'm not going to tell you where the fairy is. And this one here, absolutely wonderful little fairy door in the attic. Oh, and there's some possums. This one's really cute. I really like this one. And she's got some possums and, of course, a tree nymph and a beautiful, beautiful fairy house. I love the little possums. They're so cute. And, of course, our fairy. Oh, this one's just darling. It's in a going across the koi pond. You've got different little fish there and some lily pads, and it's a little mushroom house out in the middle of the pond. So cute. I don't see the fairy in this one. When I see it, I'm not going to tell you. Because, I'll have to look later because I didn't see it. And this one here, of course, has the hummingbird taking a drink and the fairy up there behind the house. It's an awfully big fairy for such a little house. Then we have, of course, another fairy door in the stairs. They seem to really enjoy that corner stair because there's lots of real estate under there. Oh, this one's pretty. Of course, it's got the wonderful deer there and the fairy doors. Looks like a couple of different fairies live here. And of course, we've got the tree nymph there. And here's another one that is in a box or a suitcase with a beautiful fairy door with wonderful windows. It could be, it looks like a suitcase to me. So, oh, this one's interesting. This one looks like it was actually constructed out of clay and all that fun stuff. Out in the forest with a wonderful little river, wonderful waterfall. And of course, we have our beautiful fairy there. Then we've got this little one with the fox and the fairy. Wonderful little house. And then we've got one with the stag. This one looks like there's a couple of little fairies living there. Looks like almost an apartment building. I've moved you up a little bit too far. Sorry, guys. And this one is the little crooked fairy house, which is just absolutely adorable. And there's a couple of different fairies hidden in there. They're catching the rainwater or the dewdrops. Very, very cute. And another fantastic gourd house. And I love these hinges that she puts on there and all the spider webs in the windows. And of course, the big old spider there. Absolutely beautiful. And of course, another wonderful little one that mimics the front door. Well, actually, it's very different from the front door, isn't it? It's got the same squares, that's about it. But it just looks so cozy, surrounded by the vines. Oh, and here's a little fairy house up in, it looks like a grapevine. All the grapes all around it and everything else. A good place to hide a fairy door, that's for sure. Good place to hide a fairy house. And here's another beachy one with the seashells for the roof. This looks like it'd probably be one of those big glass floats. That's what I would color it as. Out here in Oregon, they hide them on the beach. And if you find them, you get to keep them. Here's a mushroom one with all different little bugs. And of course, the pine cones and the pine leaves and the mushrooms and the wonderful fairy there, and a fantastic praying mantis. I love pictures where when you look at them the first time, you see some of the things, but it takes you a couple of seconds to look at it thoroughly and where you can find more of the hidden gems. And this one here has two wonderful doors. And of course, lots of mushrooms. And this one's got some tiger lilies or some sort of lilies here. Just a little bench. Just looks very, very relaxing, very calm. And another wonderful little fairy house. Some of these don't have fairies in them, some of them do. Oh, and of course, we have to have the fantastic desert cacti fairy house. And of course, all of the cactus flowers. Cactus actually have absolutely gorgeous flowers. And of course, it's got the desert bugs. And that is it for volume 3. Now we're going into, I do believe, the bonus section. And this has quite a bit of bonus section. So these are illustration samplings of more of her coloring books that are by Dawn, and of course are sold on Amazon and CrateSpace. So these are a little bit bolder in the lines. It has a little bit more detailing in it, I think. And of course, it tells you which book they're from up in the corner. And then we've got some skulls. So this one is Day of the Dead Sugar Skulls. And then we've got, ooh, some wonderful fish and sea life. So this one is Undersea Tropical Wonders, which is fantastic. And then we've got more Fairy House and Doors. This is from the one we looked at yesterday, volume 2. And then we've got a Valentine Hearts of Fire. Trying not to put my hand in your way, but still control the book. And this one here is Tantalizing Tangles. Lots of little Zen tangle type things and mandala type looking pictures there. And then we've got Restored District, the Williamsburg, Virginia. This one's a bit of a grayscale. And that's a line art, little houses. And of course, we have Yin and Yang, the Zen Doodles. Oh, these are sweet. Classic, vintage, and antique toys and games we all loved. So it has the different toys, the baby doll and the old washing machine. And this one is from Artful Illuminated Alphabet Letters. Very, very cool. And this one here is the Grayscale Revolutionary City Architecture Restored District, Williamsburg again. And this one is A Beautiful Buddha, Volume 1. And this one here is the last one, which is Beautiful Buddha, Volume 2. Of course, now she has also included a wonderful sheet that you can insert to protect your pages from bleed through, which is wonderful. And then it goes into more information about Dawn herself and all of her accomplishments, which are very, very, very extensive. She's a wonderful artist and a wonderful lady, and I am so thrilled that I get to review these fantastic books. I do have part 4 and 5 coming. So those will come in hopefully tomorrow. If I don't get to do a bonus flip tomorrow because I don't have the book yet, I will do it on Saturday. I know Saturdays are color and chat day, but I will put one out on Saturday as well. And on Sunday, if I don't get one out, well, pretty much Saturday's going to have one, because even if I get them tomorrow before the end of the day, I'm still going to end up doing number 5 on Saturday. Absolutely fantastic books, just absolutely adorable, adorable work of art. And I am so thrilled that she has done these wonderful books. Thank you all so much for joining me. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Always leave me a comment of different things that you'd want to take a look at. If you have any books or any products that I haven't reviewed yet or haven't showed you yet, leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to see, and I will try to bring it on the channel if I don't already have it. I will see if it is something that I would be able to purchase. Of course, it is Thankful Thursday, so I thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope that you will join me later on this afternoon for our Thankful Thursday video, where I'm going to show you all the wonderful things that have come in the mail this week. I know I gave you a sneak peek yesterday with the packages that came in yesterday, but I do have other ones that you don't know about, so I hope you stay tuned for that. If you want to join us over on Facebook, please do. There is a link in the banner for the Facebook channel, also in the information below in the About section for this video and all my videos. There is a link to the Facebook page. Please fill out the application form. The application form is there to help us protect our members and to ensure that there is a secure, safe environment for everybody. Of course, last but not least whatsoever is relax, color, and stay safe. I will leave a link for this book and for Dawn's uh, Amazon sales page, so you can take a look at all her books. She has over 100 coloring books, so have fun looking through all of those. And of course, once again, I'll let you know that link will be an affiliate link. So anything that you purchase from that link, a couple of cents will go to a account for the channel and will be used for things in the channel. And of course, there is no cost to you for that. Again, thank you so much for visiting. Bye-bye for now, guys.